in the education department at Bernheim, when any student comes out to visit on a trip, that we will make sure they are engaged in nature-based education, which means instead of confining learning to a classroom or any indoor structure, at Bernheim, the learning takes place outdoors. So it happens in our prairie, in our forest, in our fields, in our creeks. There's not anywhere we do not take the students, because we believe that giving children that firsthand experience in nature and giving them the ability to explore and learn together, Bernheim is the place that makes all that happen in one location. Kids spend so much time doing activities indoors where they're setting in place in front of a screen, be it a computer screen, a television screen, a little handheld screen, always inside, always on screens. So here at Bernheim, the first goal is to make any student comfortable here in the outdoors by showing them what a place of adventure and exploration it is. And then it's to get them directly involved with nature, whether that's looking at a turtle shell up close, maybe comparing pine needles to a maple leaf. It's just those little things that inspire the curiosity. And once you've got the kid curious and exploring, that's when the learning happens.
Our first experience was amazing. The children came home talking about it for days, and they were really excited to come back. But coming here to Bernheim Forest and seeing the nature that's around them, I think that even though Ranger Whitney has taught them to appreciate and respect what's here, they've taken that home. And I've noticed in my children a better appreciation of the world around them.
When I was a little kid, I had a chance to spend lots of times out in the woods and fields, and I was always making little fairy houses and little things out of the natural materials. But kids don't get to do that kind of thing very much anymore, so it's been a really wonderful thing to provide opportunities for making fairy villages. And one of the things that people sometimes don't realize is when kids use their imagination, they're also contacting real nature, making real discoveries, seeing snails and turtles and all kinds of things that they wouldn't notice unless they were down there, picking up rocks and pine cones and pieces of bark.
Children can be children at Bernheim. We provide many kinds of opportunities for them to learn and to play in nature. That play in nature is one of the ways you form deep connections with nature that can change your life forever.
During my senior year of high school, my sisters and I had come out to enjoy the annual Color Fest celebration. And at the end of what I know had to be a very long event day, we were approached by a naturalist named Wren Smith. And again, at the end of this day, she took myself and my two sisters and she engaged us with something very creative called nature weaving. It was art with natural materials. And that one encounter with Wren changed the course of my entire life and is what inspired me to get into outdoor education. And wouldn't you know it, again, I came right back to the place where I was inspired. And now I feel very fortunate to be able to pass on the same inspiration to students who visit Bernheim today. There is great scientific research that suggests children who play outside are more healthy, they're not as obese, they are also more creative, and there have even been correlations between activity outdoors and higher test scores in students. And when it comes to the concept of children at play, that Bernheim is really working toward being a thought leader in this area. Not only regionally, that's where we're working to get started now with our local teachers, local volunteers, working with folks to get a conference scheduled, but beyond that, we hope to be a national leader, that we want to be the place where others come to observe what we're doing. They want to see the sights that we offer, and of course, those experiences that help kids connect through nature with play. We want Bernheim to be the thought leader when folks hear children at play. Oh, Bernheim, that's the place.